I feel so accomplished knitting up this yoke. But there's always a but. Hello! Hi everyone! Welcome back to Knitobito, episode 5. Wow, it's been a few months, right, since I last updated. I was very busy, so sorry, but now I'm back. I hope I can continue to do this regularly, probably once per month. Okay, let's get on with it. The first thing I would like to talk about is the update that I did back in June, late June. I had an update for, what was the theme? Rain and coffee and rain. I forgot what's the theme already. Oh my god. Anyway, because I have not shown anything on the video yet, I would like to share some. I don't have all of them. I only have a few, which are the prototypes that I did. So this is the first one. It's called Senshi Banko, meaning a multitude of colors. Yeah. So this is one of my favorite because I really put a lot of effort in creating this color. And the next one is called Fujimi. Yeah, this has a bit of this is the prototype, but in the end I changed a bit, so it's not as speckled in the end. But both of these colors are inspired by the wisteria that I saw back in Fukuoka. I went to Fukuoka, I think I shared it before in my previous episode. I went to Fukuoka for holiday and I went to see wisteria. I went to this garden called Kawachi Wisteria Garden. It was my first time visiting such garden and I was really mesmerized by the flowers. It was almost full bloom, and because it was my first time seeing wisteria, I wasn't expecting the fragrance, the really nice smell. So I was really mesmerized by it. So if you have a chance, do pay them a visit. It's quite a distance from the station, but you can get a taxi or shuttle bus there. This year they cut off the shuttle bus service, but I think when the corona thing is not so bad anymore, they will resume the service. Okay, then another exciting thing that I would like to share is that I'll be setting up 2 pop-up stores in Osaka in late September and in October. The first one will be at Hankyu Umeda. It's just a stone throw away from the Umeda station, the Osaka, the main, not the main, but it's the one of the main stations in Osaka. And on the 10th floor, there's a section called Souk. There will be where I will be putting up a pop-up store there for a week on the 29th September to 5th of October. So if you are around, please visit the store. I don't think I'll be there for the whole week, but I will pop up one day or two. I'm not sure when, but when I have a fixed schedule, I'll post it on my Instagram. Okay. About the yarn and bases and colors that I'll be putting up there, I'm not too sure yet, but mostly it will be fingering weight yarns, namely sock base, merino single, and merino 4P. These 3 are the confirmed ones, and the rest I have not confirmed yet, but once I have confirmed, I'll be posting it up. Okay, then the next one is it will be in Eiru, Tennoji, Osaka, which is at the south of Osaka. The date is not set yet, Actually, I did set it with you this time before, but I think I want to change it because the date between AU and Hankyu Umeda is too near to each other. I don't want to burn myself out for these two events. So yeah, I'll be posting an update on when is the exact dates for that pop-up store. In Elul, I'll be doing a pop-up store as well as a knitting party. So before that, I'll be doing a form to or what's that, what should call me? An application form for whoever that wants to join us for the knitting party. Okay. So and then the next thing that I want to talk to you about is the Yume Miru shawl kit. It was launched yesterday. It's supposed to be a pre-order for 4 days, but it's already sold out. I'm very happy and I'm quite surprised. I did not prepare a lot of sets, but I didn't expect it to be so well received. I don't have any more Aska lace to pair, but once I finish this batch and if I have time before the launch of the pattern, I will be putting up new kits for Silky Merino lace with Moko Mohair. So Moko Mohair is our new base. It's not launched yet per se. It's only available with the kit so far. It's smoother to me. It's smoother and softer than the Mofu Mohair. So let me show you. This is Moko Mohair, and this is Mofu Mohair. I'm not sure if you can see the difference, but Moko Mohair is comprised of 60% kit mohair and 40% silk, whereby Mofu Mohair is 72-28. Yeah. Oh, so by touch you cannot really feel it, I think, but once it's knitted up you can feel the difference easier. And then because this Moko Mohair has is lighter, so how do I put it? It's thinner. The strands are thinner than Mofu Mohair. So when you knit up, the fluff are not so concentrated. So when you pair it up with another yarn, it's not so strong and it gives a softer blend. I would say that it will be like 50% of Moko and 50% of the other yarn color. And previously I made a video about pairing up with mohair, and Moko Mohair is more overpowering. The color and the color for the mohair will overpower the second yarn, but for this one I feel that it's not so overpowering and it's softer. So if you like that kind of blend, I would highly recommend this one. It is my new favorite now. Okay, so yeah, so that's all I want to say for the first segment. So now let's go for my FOs. I have a few FOs. I'm very happy because during these few months I've been very productive. The first FO I want to talk about is the Rococo Pullover by Sari Notlund. It was a secret test knit which I took up in April or May. April, I think. April. It's supposed to be finished up by May, and I knitted it up with the Luxe collection, the Cashmere DK in Ivory. This is the result. is really beautiful. I feel so accomplished knitting up this yoke. But there's always a but. This is the first time that I knit with a hand spun yarn, and I don't know what to expect. And it turned out to be it's very nice. It's very nice. It's very soft. It's very drapey. But after I block it, it expands so much that I felt like a yeti wearing it. See? This is my hand. Can you see the length? I cannot even... Yeah, basically after I wear it, my arms is like here, and the sleeve, the end of the sleeve is here. So it's like dangling. But it's really nice, it's really warm and soft, very cozy, but just that is a bit oversized, I feel. Yeah. I like the yoke very much. I feel that, like I said again, I feel very accomplished making the yoke. I think this is the most complicated, it's not a very complicated knit, but the design looks complicated. The design looks very intricate. So I think this is my most intricate pattern of a sweater that I've knitted so far. Let's see. Yeah, even the length is long. When I before blocking, it's like, hang on. Before blocking, it's like this. After blocking, it become like, woo. Yeah. So yeah, I'll keep in mind if I ever gonna knit with another cashmere hand spun. It's also my most expensive piece in my wardrobe. I won't say that I wouldn't knit with another hand spun yarn again, but probably I'll be very careful with blocking and with gauge. Actually, I did a swatch before. Yeah, this is my swatch. I got the gauge right. I blocked it. Everything was correct. Everything was right. But after blocking it, after blocking the sweater, I wasn't really happy with the length and the size that it became. So yeah. Right. And yeah, and also because if I can if I know that it will stretch so much, I'll probably use lesser yarn and make it a 1 or 2 size smaller to save some yarns. These are expensive. Okay, then yeah, the next one I would like to talk is the pressed lace sweater, pressed lace shawl by Knitobito. It's a shawl for my mom, which I've already sent to her to Singapore. She's working in Singapore now, and she hasn't come out from the country for the last 1.5 years since Corona. The situation in Malaysia is not good, so I advise her to stay in Singapore as much as she can. And she celebrated her 64th birthday just a few days ago, so that the shawl is a present for her. I couldn't show you the real thing here, but I took some pictures. You can have a look. I'm putting it up in the video now. These are some of the pictures that I took before I sent it out for my mom. The yarn that I used was the silky merino lace in carrot smoothie. I modified the length by adding repeats. It's a very easy and a very elegant shawl, which I would recommend for anyone who would like to knit it for a present or last minute present. Yeah, the repeats are also very easy to remember, and it is I think I finished it in less than 10 days, 9 days I think. Yeah, I finished the shawl in 9 days with added length. So yeah, and my mom loves it. She the one thing that she complained was because the length is enough but the height is a bit short for her. She's like me, she's quite broad, so the length, this part is fine, but just that the height is a bit small for her, she said. But I think it's fine. She's just picky. Nah. So next time maybe I'll knit her something else, maybe a triangular shawl, or I don't know. But yeah, she liked that kind of color. Carrot smoothie is one of the colors that she requested, so she was very happy to receive it. If I were to because the pattern was written for a one strand lace yarn, if I remember correctly, but for that shawl I did a double. I held double for throughout the whole project, because my mom would carry it around and she travels quite a lot. So if it's a lace shawl, I'm worried that she would spoil it or hook it somewhere or something. So holding it double, making it a bit thicker, somehow give me a sense of security. Okay, then the next project that I would like to show you is the Ripple Bralette by Jessie May. I finished this when before I went to Hiroshima. Oh yeah, I went to Hiroshima last month. Nice. This is also done in the new color. The color is called Ame ga tenchi o tsunageru, meaning the rain connects the sky and the earth. So yeah, I use this because the color reminds me of the sea and the sky and beach and everything like that, and I added the yellow color here because it makes the whole piece looks fresher, I don't know. Yeah, so I like this a lot. The color, how the pattern turns out is also very interesting. The problem I have now is I don't know how to show it in the pictures because it looks too sexy. But it's very comfortable, it's very stretchy as well. It's very comfortable, but how do I put it? It doesn't sit well on my body. It's like it stretches here and there. Maybe it's too loose. But I think if I make it a size smaller, the fabric would not look so nice, I think. I don't know. But it's a really fast project as well. Mindless knit. If you want some mindless fast knit, this is the way to go. Then this is the remains that I have, just this small piece left. And this one, the yellow is Ray. Yeah, another new color that I did. But this Ray is a bit stronger than the one that was sold, because this is still a prototype. Yeah, I dyed this on a 20 gram sock yarn. Yeah, that's why I have this much left, quite a bit. because I already used just this small part. Yeah, so once again, let me show you again. This is the pattern that came out from the yarn. Very interesting. Okay. Next one I want to show you is my final FO and my latest FO. A bit about this FO is Yuka, who is a sock designer. She designed some other accessories and garments as well, and this is one of the rare ones, the rare shawl that she designed. And once I saw her design, because she was also using my Aska lace as her for her design, and when she put up the design up for test knitting, I immediately said, yes please, me please, and I got the spot. So this is the result. Before I show you, what was I gonna say? Yeah. Before I joined the test knit, actually I started another shawl, lace shawl, to join the midsummer lace shawl cal. Yeah, in Japanese it's called Mannatsu lace shawl karu, lace shawl cal, Mannatsu lace shawl cal, I think. Yeah, but I'll link it up down below. It's an event, a yearly event that Kusumike, another yarn dyer, local yarn dyer, hosted, and during the period of summer, in July, I think it started in July. I forgot the details, but during this cal period, you can choose a design, a lace design, or to use a lace yarn in your pattern, in your project, and you submit together, and you submit it in the cal, and at the end of the cal, she'll choose a lucky winner, and you'll get some prizes. So before I took up this test knit, I was using another design, which I'll show you later. I was using another design to join this cal, but because this test knit Yumemiru shawl is called Yumemiru, this shawl is also using lace yarn, 2 double lace yarn in fact. So since it adheres to the rules, to the very light rules of the cal, I use this to join the cal as well. So you can see it's a really simple design with stockinette and garter repeats and a picot edge. So because I find that I can do a lot of fun stuff with this pattern, actually in the pattern, it does not require you to change the color of the yarns at the bottom of this garter, but I did it. I changed to another different yarn combination. At the body, I added some beads. I'm not sure you can see in the body and also at the edge. Yeah, I think it's easier to see here. Can you see them? These are the purple beads are here, and throughout the body I put some transparent and some pink beads. It's my first beading project, and I really enjoyed the whole process. Even in pictures, it's difficult to show the effect of the beads, but once you hold it on your hand, and you can see it quite well. So this is also one of the items that I'll be showcasing in the pop-up stores. So if you are there, do take a look. It's a very fun project. For this project, I used the Ascale's Bliss color. It's one of my favorite color ever. This color was created for the winter collection last year, and this doesn't really look very winterish, right? But my wedding was in January, so I got married in winter, and the whole concept of, it's not really much of a concept, but my memory of my wedding is put into this colorway. That's why it's named Bliss, and the color is pink with a lot of happy colors inside. Yeah, and I pair it up for the body, for the main part of the body. I pair it up with Moko Mohair in lilac feels. So this is a really light purple, and this is pink, and the result is a really muted pink. Yeah, and for the bottom part, the gutter section, and also these textured rolls. Yeah, I changed the combination with a blue color mohair combination with Bliss. This mohair is called Kofubuki, means soft blizzard. So with these two colors, the effect is this one. Yeah. So yeah, I really love this project and the effect of the yarns that came out. I think and because it's done in lace weight, it's really light. Not only that, it's really warm. So soft and warm. And because it's so light, it's easy to bring around. This is one of the, I think this is one of the shawls that I don't mind to bring along. Some of the shawls that I have are kind of heavy because the weight, and yeah, basically it's the weight that is because it is making it so heavy. It's not really much of the length. Length is almost the same. It's just that the weight makes it difficult to bring around. Yeah, so this is really warm. I highly recommend this for anyone who like this kind of effect. Fluffy, dreamy, and light shawl. I want to add on that the beads that I was using, I was actually having some problems, some issues with my beads, because actually I don't know what beads to buy. I just simply buy some and thought I can use it for my knitting, but it came out that actually there are some beads that are meant for knitting, and one of it is called seed beads. Yeah, these are the beads that I was using. These are called seed beads, and the size is called marudai. I'm not sure how good is it translate into English, but I think it should be around 4 mm, 3 to 4 mm. And I accidentally got another batch which is not seed beads, and they are facade. Basically they have a lot of cuts on the beads, and it looks really nice, really beautiful, but it's more difficult to pull the yarn from the inside, and I don't think they are actually meant for knitting, but I use it anyway because I really bought it. So I'm not sure if you can see, oh, if you can see here, I've actually used them in this row. Yeah, the crystal clear ones. So yeah, I think they reflect light better than the seed beads. And I think I need to buy more contrasting colors for the beadings because it's really difficult to see in my projects. Yeah, things to learn. If I have time, I want to make another one in a more dramatic color combination. This is really soft. I like this kind of combination as well. But sometimes pairing this kind of soft colors with really dark attire might not suit it. This dress was actually worn during the photo shoot with this Yumemiru shawl, which I think is quite suitable. And probably I want to make another one with darker colors, or maybe more contrasting colors between the mohair and the Aska lace. Yeah. The pattern is set to release on the 1st or 2nd week of September. I will also be posting up and sharing with you guys when it's up. Okay, that's all for FOs. WIPs, yeah. So I was saying the other lace yarn project that I was doing. This is it. It's the Luca shawl by Jared Flood. It's a very ambitious project from me. The design, the pattern is not difficult at all. It doesn't have any cables. It doesn't have any cables. No complicated stitches. Just your regular knit two together, SSK, and the likes. But the effect of the shawl is really beautiful, really intricate. Yeah, so this is my progress. Yeah, it's going kind of slow. Of course, it will be slower than Yumemiru shawl because it has much more different type of stitches to play. Yeah, Yumemiru shawl, I finished it in 9 days as well during the period of the Olympic. I joined the Revolenics this year, but I couldn't meet the finish line because I was late by a day. And that's also because I lengthened the shawl by one section and added beads. So if I just knit one plain shawl, it will take me maybe 7 days. It's that fast. But this one is definitely going to take me much longer than that. I hope I can finish by this month, but probably I can't because I have some projects and some batches, the Yumemiru shawl kits to dye, and also preparing some yarns for the pop-up stores. Okay, but the colors, the yarn that I use for this is the Reservoir of Succulence. It's also a new color. You see the little blend of purple and red. Not sure you can see, the light is a bit strong here, but yeah, it's a very soft color, soft blend. There's not much speckles in this, but it's a really soft blend of colors, just like the succulents. Yeah, I'm obsessed with succulents these days since summer starts. Actually, I went to the nursery and got a few small succulent plants. I got the jelly bean, I got the bear paw, and one more I cannot pronounce the name. A something Vira. Yeah, so the jelly bean died. I don't know why. I think I overwatered them. And the bear paw thrived. Is growing some mini paws now. The other one, the A Vira something, it didn't really grow, but it's not dying. It's just stagnant. Maybe it's not growing as it's not a fast growing succulent. I don't know, but I love them. They are so cute. I feel sorry for my jelly bean plant, but oh well. Yeah. Oh, I still have one more WIP to show. This is the Peace Out, designed by Stephen West. It's a pretty old design. It's a beanie. I actually wanted to knit this for my brother. His birthday is this month as well, but I don't have time, so this will have to be for him next year. He can wait. Okay, so you can see this is Love and Thunderstorm, also a new color. Yeah, if you are a fan of Marvel, you'll know where this this name come from. Yay! And the contrasting color that I use here is called Gilded. It's not Itobito, it's by Madeline Tosh. I used the same yarn for my Love Note sweater that I did last year. It's one of my favorite base, from Madeline Tosh. It's the TML, I think. Yeah, TML base. Okay, that's all for my WIP, 2 WIPs. Yeah, previously if you have watched, I was talking about my dew sweater. Yeah, I just left the sleeve and the hem to knit, but I stopped now because it's really hot to continue that sweater, so I put it aside first and focus more on light and happier, cooler type of knits. What else can I show you? Yeah, acquisitions. When I went to Fukuoka for the trip, I'm not sure if I have shared this before, I think not yet. I went to this shop called Amuhibi Knits. It's Fukuoka's local yarn shop, and they were doing a moving out sale. So at the same time, that period when I was visiting Fukuoka, so I was lucky and I got these two yarns, which are really not my style, from Isega, but because it's something that I probably won't create, so I buy from them, from Isega. And this is my first, I think it's called Isega, right? This is my first purchase from the Isega. Yeah, and because in the local community in Japan, this is a very popular yarn, and I want to see and touch this yarn that so many people liked. This base is called Spinny. It's pure new wool, 100% pure new wool, and the weight is lace weight. Okay, and the blue one is the same as well. Yeah, probably I'll be matching this up with mohair because it felt a bit rough, probably because it's a non-superwash. Yeah, it's not really scratchy, it's just not as soft as the yarns that I'm used to. And I also got these two are on sale, I think 20% or 30%, I forgot. But the needles are not on sale. I got the Leica there, Leica. Yeah. Yeah. This is the size that I go for my sock knitting, 2.0 mm. I've been using this Leica. I forgot how to pronounce them. And also Sick Knit, a local brand, bamboo base. This is the wood base. Because I cannot use steel needles when I knit socks, it just hurt my hand so much. But recently I'm obsessed with this brand, ChiaoGoo. Yeah, I've heard so much good things about ChiaoGoo and Haya. I bought both of them. I didn't really like Haya. I don't know what's the fuss about with them. I like the only thing I like about Haya is the cables is in light blue color. I really love that. It's also a bit translucent, so it's really cute. But other than that, the needle itself is not so great for me. I felt that is, I don't know what's the problem, but I do not really like the effect of the steel needles on my hand. And when I knit it, my hand felt a bit rough and sore very fast. But with ChiaoGoo, I have no problem at all. Apologies, I have to change the battery of my camera. It happens quite often. Yeah, I was talking about the awesomeness of ChiaoGoo. The best thing that I like about ChiaoGoo is that the cord is very flexible and they will just go back to the original form. I don't know how to say, but they are really flexible, and I really like this because of the cord, mainly because of the cord. But compared to the Haya's color, I prefer Haya's. Other than that, this is my to-go needle so far. I prefer this steel compared to Haya as well, because it doesn't give me that kind of soreness on my hands, and it's also not too slippery. Yeah, so this is my to-go needles from now on. For other than sock knitting. Sock, I would still prefer non-steels. Okay, that is all for my acquisitions, I think. Yeah, then next I would like to talk about the local hand dyer highlight. The local dyer highlight for this episode is Magnolia. Yeah, so the Magnolia is owned by a dyer called Nahoko-san. Nahoko-san dyes a lot of yarns in. She doesn't have a fixed update day, but I think she updates almost every week with different kind of color yarns. I like this especially because this is something that I would not create. I always would like to buy something from a local hand dyer that I don't have, a base that I don't have, or a color that I would not create, so that I can expand my my yarn collection. And the other one is this very happy color as well. I like this especially because of the dark and the light and the bright color contrast. And she even gave me a sample mini skin. So cute, right? This is like candy. The base, both of the base are 75% super merino and 25% nylon. In fingering weight, 400 meters per 100 gram, and a 4-ply yarn. So check her out. Okay. I will be posting up her link as well. I'm not sure if she sells overseas, but I think she does. You have to ask her. You have to send an email and ask her whether she send overseas. Yeah, she's very nice to talk to as well. Okay, last but not least, something about my non-knitting life is that I recently got my first dose of vaccine for the COVID vaccine. It's just my first dose. In Japan, I feel that the vaccination is quite slow, but it's getting faster. My second dose is end of this month, and even my husband also, he got his first dose just last week. Yeah, so we hope that with this full vaccination, things will get better. More activities can be done without worry, without being scared of getting the virus and suffering and dying. Yeah, but because now is the Obon holiday, it's a summer holiday in Japan, there's a lot of activities, even though with this COVID thing going on. Every day in USJ, in Universal Studio Japan, there's a lot of people coming in and out. So if I could, I would just stay at home, or just be very vigilant with my daily life. So yeah, that's all that I can share for this episode. I hope you enjoy so far, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.